Hello, everybody. My name is Arturo. I'm a personal trainer. Welcome back to me answering these Reddit questions. So we're gonna be over here on Reddit. I'm gonna be answering some questions. That's basically how this stuff goes. So just stick around for me to answering more questions, I guess. So let me just move this on over to so you can see what I'm reading here. All right. So really, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But I did see this one that stuck out to me. I bike for a living. Do I burn as many calories as other people do? I'm trying out a few apps for tracking meals and exercise to manage weight loss. One of my jobs is a biker courier. And a busy shift to ride around 40 miles over the course of several hours in an urban environment with lots of starting and stopping. These apps are trying to tell me I burn 700 900 calories when I do this, but that doesn't seem right to me. For one, I think the idea of biking is different than what I actually do, but I wonder about something else. I've been doing this job for years, so of course I've gotten faster, stronger over time, and less winded after hustling than I did when I was just a rookie, and probably did actually burn around 800 calories in a shift. If I continuously do a particular activity, does it stop burning as many calories per mile as it did before I got accustomed to using my muscles this way? Okay, well, there's a couple things about this question that are you're kind of on the right track. You got there the wrong way, but there's and I'm gonna point them out to you. So, in a way, yes. To that last question, when you do get used to something, it becomes easier, obviously, because your body's already broken down from the stress before when you were a rookie, and built up to be adapted to what you're doing now, what you've been doing since then. That's how the body works. That's how a lot of things work within the body. So it breaks down, it builds up better. Um, but how you started off wrong is the amount of calories that you're burning. Is you can't really accurately track how many calories you're burning, and these these calorie trackers. I don't know how they get their data, if they even have a way of getting it. That's not just marketed to, hey, you want to lose weight, here's something I can sell you to make money. It's that's a tool. It's not a real tool. There's no accurate way to track how many calories you burn in any sense. Whether it be a day, whether it be the last 15 minutes, there's no accurate way to track that on the go. Because everybody's different. Everybody has a different metabolism that works a different way. Some people even like this. Some people have different levels of fitness, where when some things are going to be easier. So yes, that is going to affect it a little bit. And just the fact that your nutrition plays so much in how well your body works, which then affects how quickly metabolism works. If you're not eating properly, your metabolism's not gonna work properly. Um, so that's a thing, and really that's all you have to know about that. So, and how to best prepare for 15,000 meter run test and what to expect in 1 year of training for it. Well, I'm not going to read all that, but that's a lot of time to prepare for it, which I commend you on that for committing to that much amount of time, which is really good. So it's a lot like the last person. You're going to, if you haven't worked out before, if you're just a rookie, you're going to feel kind of winded at first, but it's good because you're breaking the body down and building back up to it. Rest days are still important. You still got to rest. So that would be one thing to best prepare for it. Another few things is to make sure your nutrition is good and you're not overtraining. Otherwise, you can cause metabolism problems and a lot of other problems that you don't want to deal with. It'll slow you down. You might not even make it in time for. You'd be doing more recovery than actual training. So it could be a hindrance to you. Is all. So yeah, so if depending on where you're at with how far you can run and for how long, just make sure you can run the 15,000 meter. Just make sure you can run that far first, and if you can't, build your way up to it, and then try to get faster at it. Okay, just make sure that whatever you do, you can just make sure you can get on it. And again, nutrition's important. Your rest is important. You're gonna need a lot of carbohydrates and protein, especially right before the 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 test or race, or whatever. You're gonna want to make sure you're in optimal condition that day of the test. Um, there was something else I was gonna say. What was it? I think it has something to do with nutrition, but I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, just make sure you're in optimal condition that day of the test. So everything you do has to be as close to possible as running that test as possible. Um, so even running is good. Even strength training your legs will help because then you get that extra glide. You get the extra power from your legs. So you can do things like heavy ass lunges, uh, leg presses. Um, yeah, lots of water, obviously, and that should be good for you. Um, how many days depends on your level of fitness again. So if you're not used to working out or whatever, start with like 3 days and then move up. Just make sure you at least have at least one day off a week if you move up and you just want to keep going. No more than 5 days a week would be fine, unless you're trying to be the best, which I would hope you are. Yeah, just 5-6 days a week, you get it, man. All right, let's see what's next. I can add weight progressively to every lift except for shoulders. What's going on? Dumbbell, overhead press, and side lats. What do you mean by side lats? I'm in a lean bulk, 200-ish calories above deficit. Okay. Keeping macros in check for the most part, and I'm able to add weight to all of my exercise, and I can feel myself getting stronger everywhere except my shoulders. Or everywhere except my shoulders. Every damn time my muscles just can't lift the extra 5 pounds. I do Cool Cicada PPL semi-modified. I use dumbbells instead of a barbell. And I planned on doing this for about 3 more months before moving up to something more advanced. I don't know what's really my issues is. Do I just have naturally weak shoulders? I'm hitting my protein daily and gaining weight on the scale. What gives? That could be a muscle balance issue. Like one muscle could be tight, and it's making that movement more difficult. And especially if you're progressing, that the muscles have antagonists. Um, so if it's your side lats, so I don't know what you mean by side lats. They're just laterals. They're the latissimus dorsi. Um, if your dumbbell overhead press is not working, so you can't push up like that. It could be that it is tight. Your is it lats? Yeah, your lats. It could be that it's tight on your right here. You can't push up, so you're struggling, working against how tight it is. That it's like I said, it's basically just holding you back. So the solution is stretch it out, apply heat to that muscle. Not work it out as for a couple weeks, and then do your overhead press. Because if that's what the issue is, it might take it's hard to say because I'm not there with you. Otherwise, we could do like some tests. You know, see if it's tense there. But yeah. Anyway, this is why I prefer doing. This is why I prefer doing people in real life with training. So his push, push. What am I saying? Yeah, just do what I said, and then try to push it up and see if it's easier that way. It could be your deltoids too are weak. I don't know. You haven't mentioned anything about your deltoids, but that's what my mind first goes to. Is maybe it's just a tightness and over one is pulling back on it. And then once if that's what it is and the solution I gave you worked, then I would suggest doing supersets to break free of that hindrance. Because if you don't know what a superset is, it's like it's working out one muscle and then working out its antagonist. So like for your overhead press, you know, that's for your traps here, right? That's your traps. That's your triceps and a little bit of your deltoids. So once you get that, then you can do like lat pull downs. You know, that'll just really just be the whole antagonist right there. And pull ups. That's really all you need. I mean, if that's what it is, and you know, like I said, everything worked for you that I gave you to do, just do a superset. You know, and the superset, what it does is it helps you bust out. Well, you're working out one while the other one's weak because it just got exercise, but it also helps you break free of the what's the word I'm looking for? It helps you break new limits, I guess is the word. It helps you go past those limits because the antagonist is now weak. You know, you could probably even do that now and see if that's what it is. You know, do a lat pull down, or do a couple lat pull downs. Just warm it up a little bit, get a little bit tired, and then do your overhead press and see if that works. And if that's what it is, that would be a good test to see if you can do more that way. And then I would do what I said to start stretching that out. You know, applying heat to it, and that should be good. And you can keep doing the those supersets like I suggested, because I don't have problems like that, to be honest. So, and I do a lot of supersets. So, because I'm a Super Saiyan. Okay, one more. I can close a 167.5 Captain Crush gripper, but digital grip calculator says my grip strength is way less. As the title says, I can close a level 1.5, 167.5 gripper without too much difficulty, but my digital grip strength says my grip strength is 48 kilograms. It's a cheap $20 scale from China. Which device should I trust? Get a third one. Get a third device. You could either get another digital one or get another crush gripper. It could be that the one that you have is worn out. So I would get a brand new one and then test it, see how that is. Or it could be the digital grip is trash because it's just made that way. So either one of those would work, and then depending on which one. So say you get another physical one. If you can get that one, and then it's like, okay, well then you know your other one's fine. The digital scale's wrong. But a digital scale, if you get another one, I would suggest getting another brand. And if that, then just go with that one. Again, let's do the same tests. Like if that one says it's the same as the other digital, then you know that the Captain Crush, the Crush gripper is worn out. Okay. Okay, I think I'll do one more, just because I like answering these now. Progressive overload. When weightlifting, how do you go about utilizing progressive overload? If the smallest increment you can increase your lift by is by 10 pounds, if this results in only being able to do 5 reps for each set, rather than 8 to 12, do you keep lifting that weight until you can hit 8 reps for each set and then increase another 10 pounds? No. That is because at that point you're not working with progressive overload, you're just working strength. You have to lower your weight to the point you can do 8 to 12. And if there's anything else that I should tell you, I don't think there is. So, yeah, I do all these live. Yeah, if you guys like this video, you should subscribe because I got something coming out tomorrow about how to get your forearms, how to work out them forearms, get them nice, beefy Popeye forearms. So, subscribe, like, and share the video to stay updated with that. And I will see you guys all next time. Peace.